prior to bringing in SimPortal, there was a few things, before we brought SimPortal in that we never had the cold store up and running at that point, so we were working out of 4 storage containers, and there was just a lack of visibility as to what product did we have, where actually was it. All of that meant production was a lot more inefficient because we couldn't get the right raw material through to production in the right time. All round it was just a nightmare, to be honest. SimPortal is useful to the business because we're operating with a 1,000 pallet cold store. So SimPortal is, the only tool there to give us access to what product do we have, where about in that warehouse it is, and how much of it we've got. All of that is essential for making sure we've got the right product through to the factory at the right time. Like I said beforehand, we didn't have any sort of management over our stock control really. It was all very manual, and because of that, there was no processes for people to follow. Whereas now, as a result of bringing in SimPortal, actually that means we've got a lot more formalised processes as to how do we record stock movements, who should be moving what steps should we be doing when they do it. So as a result, that meant everyone from the warehouse staff through to distribution centre staff and right through to production staff have become a lot more disciplined in actually following correct procedures and then raising their hands up and coming and asking questions when things don't seem what they are. Implementing SimPortal was great because it was during the time where things were quite chaotic, because again we were building a 1,000+ pallet cold store at the time, and there was a lot of different moving pieces, and we had, I think from the minute we found SimPortal and pushed the button, saying the contract, I think we had about a month before we ran in the cold store. The fact that we were able to turn that around in a month and get something working to our bespoke requirements, custom fitted to what we need, it was really great. The team were always at hand. Even still, if there's ever an issue, they're just a phone call away and they're right on it and they're fixing it. So the communication, the teamwork and everything went on was great. And obviously Brian came up a couple of times prior to see the site and to really understand what it is we do and really what we need to build for our cold store. And so the experience has been really good. The process between moving stock from different locations is a lot more on the ball, do you know what I mean? So all of that means we can control the quality better. By example, I can make sure that a pallet is booked off and put into a certain chamber of racking and ensure it's in the cold store for a set amount of time so that the temperature is where it should be before it gets dispatched. And I can ensure that when it goes through to the distribution centre, it only sits out the freezer for X amount of time, and then we've got to record that when it comes back. And so all of that will have a positive impact on customers. Likewise, that following that process back to the goods in, the raw material side, the fact that helps us, it's improved our goods in times, for example. So now that we're a lot slicker bringing product off a truck and into the freezer, there's a lot less opportunity for there to be any sort of temperature challenges when unloading the product. And that, as you know, everything we do, we buy and manufacture frozen, so temperature control throughout that full process is critical to everything we do. It's a platform for improving processes and building tools bespoke to what you need. There isn't like a one-size-fits-all sort of approach. The guys will really take the time to understand exactly what you need out of the system and then tweak it so that it fits exactly what your needs are. I think we made quite a few different changes because we started implementing things, and then the more and more we built the cold store, the more and more we thought, oh, actually, we've not considered this or we've not considered that, or when we started processing paperwork in the background, we realised that there was something else we hadn't thought about. So we chopped and changed quite a few things. And again, it was so easy to change things, to really mould as to what we need out of the SimPortal as a bit of software, really. And so again, that flexibility has been a massive reason why it's been a positive experience. And knowing that going forward, if we suddenly decide we want to do a massive overhaul sort of thing, knowing that we've got that flexibility to, at a drop of a hat, click our fingers and make a change happen. Speaking from a supply chain point of view, SimPortal and the data it provides us has been essential to putting KPIs on our performance, which ensure we've got the right product at the right time and the right quantity in production, and all of that impacts production efficiencies. And knowing going forward that there are a lot of other KPIs that we could use SimPortal's data collection to help automate Yeah, I think the sky's the limit really with how flexible it is. In a very genuine way, like we would not be running that cold store without what Simple was providing for us. I could list about 10 different ideas of what I think we wanted to do, ranging from stock control to quality to tracking customer orders to even staff timeout systems, so it could do everything. So I could only see Simple playing an increasing role in the years as we move forward and as we grow. 100% recommend Simple to other businesses. And again, flexibility is a big part of it. It's so flexible in getting it built exactly to what you need. And as I mentioned, the team were so helpful and very proactive in getting things changed as and when it needed to happen. So yes, I would recommend Simple to other businesses.